Hi guys, you're welcome again to our podcast.
Hi besties, hi lovelies. Welcome back to our podcast. And my name is Lashe, of course.
My name is Shegun.
And
Of course.
we are here to discuss, I won't say a topic to be honest, but it's something that we always do to avoid a conversation or to avoid changes in life.
Okay.
So I don't know if you do it, but I'm sure you do it, and I'm sure everyone does it.
Let me know be worried then if everyone does it, yeah.
Okay, let me put it this way. So I was having a conversation with someone just about 2 weeks ago, and I was trying to correct the person that you do this, you do that. I don't think it's a good thing to portray. And she said, "Oh, I'm sorry. That's just who I am." And I was like, "Okay. So that's who you are, but someone is coming to you now to say it's not a good attitude. Are you planning to change?
Who decides what is good or what is
or
bad?
no?" So
Why are you telling her it's not a good attitude? Of whose authority?
okay.
What makes you think you are the one that know the good or bad attitude?
Don't beat me.
No,
But
I'm not gonna beat you, but then somebody
hey, hello.
everybody on that
We are adults.
forget about that.
We know that. Hold on. We know that this is fire. You cannot touch the fire because what? Because why? The fire is a bad thing to touch.
But we use it to cook.
But we cannot touch it because it's bad. It's going to hurt you.
Fire is not bad.
In this context.
Okay.
In this context, I'm saying do not touch the fire because the fire will hurt you.
Okay.
Now, everyone around you will smell your bad attitude. No matter how I have bad attitude, you have bad attitude.
You have a lot actually.
Thank
I
you.
don't have bad
attitude. That's just who I am.
I don't have bad attitude, particularly. I just have attitudes. To be sincere, I've come to realize that a lot of people, in fact, most people don't think. Most people are not. Yoruba people say one no. So let me let you swallow that before.
I'm listening.
Okay, so when I make a decision, I exhibit a behavior, or I make a decision. Or you make a decision. I believe you must have thought about it through and through, and then when you've been thinking about it over and over again, you must have thought about it through and through, and when you say it to me, it's the first time I'm hearing it. Do you understand? If I am wise, I am not supposed to. If you are wise, you are the one telling me you have thought about it over and over again, and now you are telling me for the first time. We've never discussed it before. If you are wise, you understand that whatever thing I'm going to say at first is not supposed to be relevant because it is the first time I'm hearing it. Especially if you believe in yourself, which I think you should, and that is if you. In my own case, that's what I would do. So if I have thought about something over and over again, I'm sharing with you now. I'm not ever trusting the first thing you are saying to me. In fact, that day, for you to be able to counter whatever thing I'm sharing with you, you're gonna need time as well to think about it and digest it, because I believe I have thought about it and I've digested it. So what I do to people is I'm coming back to your point. So what I do to people is when they tell me stuff and they say, what do I think? I try to drag it as much as possible. Let me think about it, and because I believe you must have thought about it. If I want to say this, you must have thought about it. If I want to attack it from this angle, you must have thought about it. The same thing with personality. So if if I tell you I am this, I understand it's a different thing from I'm Cancer or I am Leo or Peace or whatever.
Leo. That's Leo. Who we have.
I wouldn't even say it's a difference, because there must be a reason for naming people that. I don't even know what I am. particularly in that regard. I sincerely don't know.
When were you born? What's your birthday?
July 3rd.
July. I don't know. Don't ask.
Is that supposed to be Cancer? God forbid. God forbid.
I don't know. I don't do that nonsense thing, please. I don't
So
believe
okay,
in it.
they use birthdays.
As much as they use birthdays. As I think from 21st of a month to the 21st of the other to the 28th of the other month. So that's how they do it. So from like the 21st of April to 28th of May, I think it's Taurus or something, but I don't know.
I sincerely don't have an idea, and I don't
even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. That's how much I'm not involved. I'm not interested in it.
So I believe that, yes, I understand the fact that sometimes it can be a little crazy that people just say some things about who they are, and then all of us want to castigate the person and say that is okay, you are just a horrible person. But that's who they are. But that's who they are.
In this sense, I feel like that's my feeling, though, and I feel like we just use that to set boundaries, or should I say we use that to set boundaries, or do we use that as our comfort zone? Because sometimes if someone should come to me now and say, blessing or Lashe, you're a very horrible person. Definitely.
Not the sweet and nice side anyway.
You're welcome. I don't care. I'll have my sweet and
that's who you are.
That's who I am. I would have my sweet and nice side, and then I would have some horrible side. Now, I have one thing that I do, and I used to say, this is who I am. Listen.
So you two say it.
I say it. I've said it at the beginning of the video that everyone does it. Everyone says it. So this thing of, if you offend me now, I might not say anything. I'm bad. I'm very bad at that. I would just bottle it up. Or if you just say something that is not nice to me, instead of me challenging you immediately about it, I'll just keep quiet and not just say anything about it. But now I won't now wait. I won't say it maybe afterwards, or maybe just chipping in. No. Now you keep doing that thing.
You keep piling it for me.
I'll keep piling it up for you.
Nice.
So by the time you will see my outbursts, and I'll start telling you, you did it this time, you did it this time, you did it. So why did you not say anything then? Because I hate.
That's massive, baby.
Now, my own horrible part is that I might not even tell you in a week or in a month. It might be like in 3 years.
Gege.
Before I will tell you that this part
of you is horrible.
Now, the moment I now tell you, I expect you to change, because if you now know change, that's where you now see
how something I have done over and over again for the. Can you imagine? Can you see how unrealistic?
No, I won't. No, I know it's unrealistic, because I won't expect you to change overnight, obviously. But I would expect you to be conscious about it.
It's too late.
No, it's not too late.
If you can manage it for 3 years, why not just
that's the excuse.
Let's
that
continue with
give.
it.
No,
but you already been able to.
There is nothing that would stop you from being conscious of who you are. Now, if someone, for example, I'm your very close friend, right? And I'm telling you that Shagun, you do this thing, and you've done it. Like the first time I gave you benefit of doubt, because that is me. The first time I will feel like that's not who you are. I will give you the benefit of doubt, like maybe it just popped out. Okay. So the second time I will feel like, oh, okay, let me keep watching. I think that's because I would want to watch you before I would judge you. That's just who I am. So now, if you're not giving, that's who I am, and I can't take it, I will let you know. Oh, you do this thing, and I think that's who you are. But please, if you want this relationship to continue, Mashi. No, now you've now seen that, oh, this person will not condone it. Now you can be doing it outside.
But when it gets to you,
when it gets to me, like, try to be conscious, because it hurts me too. Do you understand? We just do things and believe, and I'm not even removing myself from this conversation. We do things that we believe, like, I'm sorry, I've been doing this for the past 20-something years of my life. You don't expect me to change overnight, which is okay. It's okay to not change overnight, but even after the person have brought it up to you, are you actually conscious of
trying? Are you conscious trying to?
Are you actually trying?
Yeah, you see, sincerely.
Or you've just put that boundary that, Oga,
This is
if
who
you
I
cannot accept who I am to you too, get out.
Yeah, to be sincere, let me start with this. You have to get to a time that you are able to
Because, sorry to cut you off, I think that there's something that I've learned. Now, I'm not saying that I'm 100% when it comes to that. But if somebody should come to me now and tell me, especially my close friend, if they tell me, Lashe, this thing that you did, don't do it to me the next time. Please avoid it by all means. I will say, okay. Now, the next time that thing is going to happen, I would consciously think of, okay, if I say it this way, would the person not take it this way? If I do it this way, will the person not take it this way? Do you understand? So that is me trying to consciously avoid that. That does not mean that it has changed who I am. It just means that this person cannot condone that part of me. So now I'm trying as much as possible to not hurt that person as well, because that is who the person is. So do we actually think of,
I think we should.
who I am
I think I love
is
the way
affecting
the other person. I
the
think
other person?
Yeah, I think I love the way we put in perspectives to it, and you have been putting perspective to it. You're smart though, and I didn't think so initially.
Well, you said it now.
So I had this example I was going to give to about someone actually. Now in this case, as people who think they can say the truth, they believe they know the truth. They believe they are telling you the truth. Looking at it plainly,
People that are blunt.
yeah, they say they are blunt. They're
Is
straight.
it blunt, or you are just
You're
rude?
yeah. So yeah, you don't understand. So sometimes
Is
you're
it
just
being
rude.
blunt, or you're just rude?
You're just rude. You're just lack emotional intelligence, and then you mask it up with "I'm just blunt." That is, you should know me. That is how I am. I'm just straightforward. And then you begin to gaslight the other person you're trying to advise. You're taking offense because you can't take the truth, because truth is bitter. Yeah, we know truth. Who even tell you that? Who has to say truth to know truth is bitter?
Is it?
The same thing you are saying, another person with much more emotional intelligence will say it, that same exact thing, but in a better way, in a more impactful way. What is the essence of the truth you're saying that somebody is not going to take it? And then you say it's because the person does not want the truth. You have to be straightforward. You have to be. No, you don't have to be. You don't have to be rude. It's not even being straightforward. So being straightforward is a different thing. Being direct is a different thing. And applying wisdom is very important in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
So sometimes you're not just blunt. Sometimes you're rude, and you should always find a way to do things better. It does not really mean that when somebody says that is who I am, it doesn't mean they are being lazy or arrogant. Sometimes they've just been able to discover themselves. They've been able to discover themselves. They've been able to get over what every other person is trying. Yeah, people keep changing, and sometimes some people have just been able to understand that they can be like every other person. The current world we are in makes flexibility seems like a virtue. They'll be like, okay, you should be flexible, you shouldn't be rigid. But sometimes,
Like us that are rigid like this.
stubborn, you're not rigid.
There is difference too.
There's a difference. There's stubborn and rigidity. Well, there's a very thin line between them. So anyway, but sincerely, if you know what you are doing, I don't know why you should change. So, like I said when I started, there's no one. It's not a one-way thing.
No.
When people say I am who I am, sometimes they are who they are because they've been able to discover themselves and understand that thing you are requesting from me, I've thought about it and
that's just who I am.
It doesn't make sense. I'm not going to change to that. I'm comfortable with this that I am. Do you understand? So when everybody is thinking you should be more this, for instance, you should be more extroverted or you should be more introverted, you should stay indoor more. I found out that it is by staying outdoor, by going outdoor, that I get to meet more people or I get to whatever.
Socialize.
Yes, socialize and you're telling me I go out too much, you should change, I'll tell you that's just who I am. I want to be on the move. I want to be out there. I want to meet people.
Especially if it keeps your mental health in check.
I've been able to discover this is what I want to do, and this is what I am. That is who I am. Do you understand? So it's not always negative. Sometimes it's bad.
But what if it's a bad thing? What if in a situation whereby someone likes to gamble and you're telling the person, oh, gambling is not a good thing, especially it gets very addictive, blah 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 blah, and then the person is telling you, I'm sorry, but that's just who I am.
But to be sincere, they're not lying. That is who they are. But the problem then lies in the fact that it is a bad habit. Like, obviously, gambling is not something you want to die doing. So it is a bad habit.
So that was what I was saying. So there are some bad habits that, because obviously we know the difference between right hand and left hand. Unless we just want to, there are some things that are actually bad. I'm sure a couple of people have told you about it, that, oh, this thing is bad. Can you check in? Can you just check yourself? But you're still insisting, oh, that's who I am.
In that case, that is where self-awareness comes in, self-reflection. Even in the long run, you still have to go back in and check.
So I feel like people run away from that with that statement because they don't want to reflect on their bad habits.
See, when we say bad or good, I'm always very skeptical.
I just gave you an example.
I know. It's because all of us has agreed
that gambling is bad.
In this case, because me and you agree that gambling is bad. In some cases, some people will tell you everything in life is gambling.
Yeah.
You go into a business not knowing whether it will work or not, something you've not done before. It's gambling, so they can argue it. But because I know the kind of gambling you're talking about, Jebu style. So most of us can agree right now that about Jebu style of gambling will end you. So don't do it. I'm not still not going to say it's good or bad, because I don't know people who have done anything good out of it. But some people tell you they've seen people who got big money or huge money
out of it.
Do you understand? The same thing we talk about politics, we talk about YY, I mean Yahoo. And then the way you want to talk, I know somebody today that will tell you cryptocurrency is gambling.
It is.
And actually it is. And I know I personally someone that will be like 2, 3, 4 houses
with
cryptocurrency. So that is what I'm saying, that we should be careful when we say good or bad. I believe they're called good. They are stated good based on society. There are some things in our society based on upbringing, based on a lot of things. Do you understand? So, but then it comes to self-reflection, like I said, especially going by where you are, the current situation that you are, the current society that you are, so that you don't look awkward. Sometimes even inside, you know that is not who you are, but you just let it slide. Instead of being stubborn, instead of being unnecessarily rigid, you just want to be flexible in a way along that line, just so that they won't tag you what you do, they won't call you names, you understand? So that is where wisdom come in. Not necessarily that you are agreeing with them.
No, exactly.
Do you
Which
understand?
was what I said before, that you could actually be who you are to other people as long as they don't care about it. But to the people that actually cares about that thing that they're telling you that, oh, I do not like this thing about you, if it affects them to the extent that they are opening up to you that, oh, I don't like this thing about it, well, then that is where self-reflection should come in. You should actually practice you should actually do reflective practices at that point, and then think about it that, okay, how else can I deal with this person since she has told me a couple of times that she doesn't like this thing about me. If you actually cherish the relationship you have with the person, then that is where you should be conscious of whatever you are portraying out or putting out to the person at that point. Now, there are some people that are still bad to the extent that they feel like, have it or take it, I cannot change.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
And there is nothing you can do about it.
Like they are acknowledging that it is a bad behavior.
Yes.
Okay.
Now they have acknowledged that. Okay, for example, I'm not saying this is a bad behavior, but I have a friend. My friend is petty. She will watch this video. My friend is a very petty person. I call her Petty Lola. She's my Petty Lola. I like her that way. But
you mentioning her name.
I call her Petty Lola. No, that's not her name. That's not her name. We named her Petty Lola
Yes,
because
I
she's
get that.
petty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she's very petty that even she knows that if you like, call it a bad thing. That's what she will tell you. If you like, call it a bad thing, but that's who I am.
Okay, so she's not acknowledging that it's a bad thing. That is where the issue
Exactly. She's not
is.
acknowledging
So
that
she
it's
knows
a bad
that
thing.
people call it bad.
People call it bad.
People say it's
but she
bad,
doesn't see it as a bad thing
That's
because that's her own way of reacting. I would say that's her own way of setting boundaries, which I respect because we all have a way of setting boundaries for ourselves. So our friend knows that if you cross this line with her, she already know that
if you go lower, I go lower.
Exactly. If she knows that, if our friends knows that,
She's
and
not
I know
the bigger
that
person. She's never gonna. She's never get a bigger person.
My Petty Lola, she's never a bigger person. If you go low, she will go lower.
You go straight down to her fire.
In fact, she's one of the people that she has said it before that if she becomes a celebrity and people are throwing shades at her in her comment section, she feels like she's the kind of celebrity that will sit down and be replying those people and let them know that no, don't bring your madness here. Or better still, if she now doesn't have the time, she will employ trolls, she will employ people with her money and be replying them. So that's how petty she is. Now, she's not saying that if you can tolerate that, I don't feel like that's like a deal breaker for me in a relationship or in a friendship. But there are some people that is actually a deal breaker for them. That okay, so you want to be challenging me because if I do this, you want to do that too.
Do
you understand?
If I cheat now, you cheat back.
So if I cheat, you cheat back. If I curse you out, you will curse back. There are some people that would feel like that's a woman challenging a man. Do you understand? Or there are some friendship that will feel like, oh, this kind of friendship is toxic, is not healthy for me. Now,
I can make a mistake and then you don't let it slide.
Exactly. If you can deal with the person, fine. But if you cannot, just go.
Just excuse yourself.
Just excuse yourself. If you've told the person and the person is not willing to change, and you can't deal with that kind of behavior, just excuse yourself instead of telling the person to you must change, you must change, you must. Do you understand? Because the more you poke the person to change, the more the person would want to be who they are.
Some especially if you don't have any form of influence over them.
Because it takes two to tango. They say if you cannot. If the person has not seen the bad thing in it, the person can never change.
You will not even make effort to change.
The person will
and sometimes before you land, sometimes it's not as if when some people make that statement of that is who I am, it is not from a place of pride. Sometimes it is from a place of helplessness
or a place of realization. I would say.
So realizing that they are helpless, they can't change it. So someone dealing with addiction, maybe it's this cigar that you are smoking. It's not a good thing for you. What can I do? Do you understand?
I'm trying.
Some
you even I'm trying. But it's not working.
Do you understand? So it's an addictive thing. Some will tell you. Like I had on Jazzy saying sometimes. That some people they have the gift of seeing a woman, liking the woman, and staying with that woman. But in his case, he doesn't have that gift.
I like them, and it's so funny.
See, he doesn't have that gift. That he will stay with, see this one, we like, admire. See how that way he admire. See how that way he admire. That he has to admire. That he doesn't have that gift, and is bad. They understand it is bad. It is polygamous. Whether polygamous is good or bad is a discussion for another day. Anyway,
exactly. We have some things that we'll come back to.
But then that is who he is. He has found out that it might be helplessness. Some people can just be talking, and then understanding them is a good thing on your home part too.
People just as I've said.
Yes, understand that and all. And I'm wrapping up with this. Sometimes rigidity is not always bad, and flexibility is not always good. Sometimes you have to be rigid, and sometimes you have to be flexible. So you don't. It's not a one size fits all.
No.
For everything, and then
especially when you are dealing with a lot of people.
In this communal world, in this world that we have, you have to know who you are, and then finally self-reflect every day.
Because, for example, if they tell you that this thing that you're doing, for example, you go late to every event. I'm number one.
Let's come on.
But you're late comer, like purely a latecomer to all events. Now, because I'm a latecomer to all events, does not mean I go late to work. Do you see that? Now, if people are asking you, why are you... Because always if you go to events with your friends and at a point they realize that you're always... that girl, she's always late. Don't worry. She will come and meet us there. And then, but to work, I don't go late to work.
You don't go late to catch your flight.
No, or I don't go late to catch my flight. And then you're saying, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm always late, but that's just who I am.
That's not
Is that really who you are? Or you're just setting boundaries to some certain extent? Like, no.
In this one, I'm not going to be punctual. What the fuck is it?
Exactly.
Yeah, so... Yeah, it happens like that. And I think...
I think there are some people that misuse that statement, though.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say. You took that straight from my mouth. So that is who you are. Sometimes it's not really who you are. It's who you've made yourself to be.
Yeah.
Or whose circumstances have made you to become. Do you understand? So
another thing for another day.
So it is not a thing. It's not who you are. And I don't even believe that you can be something or someone or be in a character for a long time.
No.
Whether you like it or not, that change will come. Whether consciously or unconsciously. You look back 5 years ago and laugh at yourself. Sometimes like, and I used to be like,
stupid.
Exactly.
Because let me just chip this in. When I was growing up, I was very stubborn. I'm not saying that I'm not stubborn now.
Better.
But while growing up, among all my siblings, the kind of my level of stubbornness was, the kind that my mom would be like, it's
not as if anything has changed, but now they're learning to get used to it.
But no, I've changed.
You're not as stubborn.
I'm not as stubborn.
So you have changed like this?
I swear to God, I've changed. Because right then, the day I realized that, no, blessing, you are very, very stubborn, was the day, I think, my mom's friend. My mom was complaining about me, and my mom's friend had to chip in. So, all those African mothers, where they say, she did this thing, and she too, she said, they don't do like that, and they are referring you to one story of somebody. So, that thing was hurting me. I don't like it when she does that thing, my mom. So, the moment my mom left that vicinity, I called that woman. I said, in your life, my mom's age mate. No, just as I've said it, in your life, you will die. If my mom is saying something, don't you put your mouth again.
Don't your dirty mouth into it.
So that was when I realized, no. And that woman was looking at, she was just, when you were caught on her way.
She'll be like, is this one possessed?
Are you talking to me? So she had to tell my mom, and my mom could not even beat me. She just looked at me like, God. But I feel like those days, there were some things that, would I say I was growing up, but there were some things that I wouldn't take at all, that don't even bring it close to me. Like, I don't know how old you are, I will bring you down.
Yeah.
You understand? But right now, I reflect on things more. I reflect before I respond. I reflect on situations before I would want to judge you. Which brings me to what I said, that is who I am before, when I said the first time I will give you benefit of doubt, the second time I would just look at it. So that is that situation, because I don't want to be stubborn like that anymore. That has brought, which will make me buttress your point when you said that it could be the situation that's happened to you,
that made you that way.
Yeah. So I would say that situation, because I don't want to be that version of myself anymore. I didn't like that version of myself. I felt like, okay, you know what, at this point, let me just reflect on things before I react. So now some people would take it as you're not communicating enough.
But that is who you now are, and then you get the point now. So it's not necessarily going to be bad thing.
Now, not communicating now to some people is a bad thing.
Yeah. Now you get to my point when I say there's no total good or total bad. Sometimes it depends on the circumstances. Yeah, that
so let's know your thoughts. That's who I am. Do you feel like it's just a way of still being in your comfort zone, or is it just a way of?
Is it you being lazy?
Not trying to change.
Yeah, trying to fight change, or is it just? I think it's a rhetorical question. It's just an inward question, internalized question. Check when you say this is who you are.
Yeah.
Are you just trying to excuse yourself from being responsible, being accountable, or being a good person, or you have really reflected and see that this is who you are and it is good for you. And also understand that no matter how good you think you are now, there's always a place for improvement. And that is all.
I really enjoyed this episode.
I really do. I hope you do enjoy it too. And till we meet again.
Thank you. I remain Lashe.
Shego is my name.
Bye.
Bye.